AskReddit by Skit. What is one experience you think every single human should have? Feeling comfortable with themselves. My self-confidence waxes and wanes, but when it's there, damn is it freeing. To be passionate about something. Doesn't have to be a person. Doesn't have to be a person. Excellent point. Seeing the stars from somewhere with minimal light pollution. Pictures can't capture it. Words fail to express it. I just had this a few weeks ago in the middle of Canyonlands National Park, just me and my sleeping bag looking up at the Milky Way. It was magical. Being profoundly wrong about something important to you, accepting that fact and growing from it positively. It ain't what you don't know that gets you into trouble. It's what you know for sure that just ain't so. Mark Twain. Facing repercussions for their actions. Especially drummers. Hugging and cuddling with someone you love. Being able to completely let your guard down with someone in your arms is some of the most deep comfort I've ever felt. Loving parents. Changes your entire life. Edit. Holy damn guys, I jaff about the upvotes, but hearing the number of people who don't have this, self included, my dad's an R, makes me realize how big this problem is. Sending lots of virtual hugs etc to y'all. It makes me want to be the best parent possible even more, if I'm lucky enough to have the privilege. Wow, I couldn't agree more. People who had bad or no parents, my heart breaks for them. It's completely unfair for anyone to not know what it's like to have loving parents. To watch a sunrise in complete solitude and just observe and experience the birth of a new day. Damn. Travel to a new place that is totally different than where you grew up. Wish this was higher. I think is impossible to a lot of people due to money or politics, but it opens a lot of new experiences, ideas about the world, and different groups of people to be able to visit somewhere new even for just a little while. Work in hospitality so that they would know how to value minimum wage workers and not treat them like shit later on in life. Living alone for at least a few months. I was looking for that answer. Absolutely, everyone should learn to live alone and fend for themselves before they live with someone. Cause if you live with parents and then straight move in with a partner, you miss the opportunity to learn a bit about yourself. Realization that at some point your parents don't have all the answers anymore. As a parent we never did, and it's terrifying. I am a pilot. One of the single most beautiful things my eyes have ever seen is climbing out over top of a cloud layer at either sunset or sunrise. The rush of the cloud past the windscreen to rapidly reveal a beautiful sunset with the undulating cloud deck racing by below is the closest thing to heaven I think I'll ever see. They talk about the overview effect when an astronaut looks down at planet Earth from afar. Yeah, this is kind of like that. You can't help but to become reflective and think about life and how lucky we are to be here. Realizing asking questions and listening gets you through a lot more doors. You don't have to know everything. Wish my boss could read this. Let me be a bit real, but access to clean water and electricity is still a thing that not every single human already had. Simply not having a loved one die for want of 50 cents worth of medicine is a luxury. Most people on Reddit have no idea what it means to live on planet Earth because they are too busy complaining about their excessive wealth to notice what is going on. Working a customer service restaurant retail job. Too many assholes have never had to deal with their own kind in that role. Society as a whole would be better for it. I went far too low in the comments to find this. Love. Unconditional love that feels safe, passion and peace. Swimming in the ocean. Causing a commotion. Your parents' complete trust in you. Fucking changes your life and how you view yourself quite significantly. It's a little scary when your aging parents start trusting your opinion over their own. Intense passion and interest for a particular hobby or pastime. Travel solo. It's a truly amazing experience and you'll discover so much about yourself. Yeah, I discovered I need a lot less than what I have. But also, loneliness isn't tied to any one place. Have a walk at night. I walk at night almost every night. There's something so peaceful about it. Being physically fit. Not even all chiseled out or model skinny, just capable. I used to be pretty obese. Life feels so much better when your body is strong and capable. One has more autonomy and agency about how they connect with the world. As someone who used to be a long distance runner, being fit is like having a superpower. You never have to worry about if you're capable of something. You can run around with kids and keep up. It's such an amazing feeling. I'm not even that out of shape now, but the difference is immense. Everyone should feel it once just to experience what living in a body that's at its peak feels like. Keeping it up for long periods of time is exhausting, however, a lot of time you have to prioritize other things. I think you should grow out your hair and beard at least once in your life just to see yourself with long hair or beard. It's such a small thing, but so many people never experience it. And it's free. Let my hair grow long, past shoulder blades, cut it all off short in May. I learned I hate having my hair long. Love. Sounds easy. Needs a lot of luck. I read needs a lot of fuck. I think everyone should have to work retail, including working through Christmas. Everyone should work in retail, or hospo, at one time in their lives, and go round the back to check for nothing when yelled by a customer for stock. To be loved. Being loved, unconditionally. Unconditional love should be reserved for children and pets. People can and very much should walk away from somebody who treats them poorly. Love is conditional upon bare minimum being treated well, and I feel for anyone who doesn't allow themselves out of shitty relationship scenarios. Deleted. Really struggling with the second one. Never been out of a relationship actively dating for longer than a few months. It's such a struggle to feel grounded and stop myself from actively seeking out validation. Jesus people, lighten up. Everybody so serious. I think everybody should ride in a hot air balloon. At treetop height, your perspective on life choices begins change. At 250 feet, you begin to breath as life below is caught up in the frenzied day-to-day you lived just 20 minutes ago. Note, the chase vehicle trying to keep up. At 500 feet, the flat earthers become the fruitcakes you thought they were. The silence is deafening. Everything is good and decent in the moment, and you wonder how you have never experienced anything like this. Yep, take a ride in a hot air balloon. Take your lady he. Dude, you need to go even higher. I heard it's breathtaking. Travel the damn fucking world. Understand human nature firsthand. I used to be a teacher and saw what never leaving home did to people's mindsets. I had poor students who couldn't travel, and I still support people and organizations that help with this. I also had rich kids that traveled, but always stayed in isolated hotels or communities. Get out there and see the real side of life. My dad not at all raised wealthy, well-traveled, and seen at it in his life, was still transformed when he went to India and saw the slums outside the airport. And I was just reading a study on how people are more charitable when they see and interact with people of different social statuses. Happiness, even if it is just for a day. Raising a dog and cat from tiny babies to full grown. Love of an animal being raised by you brings me immense happiness and joy. Don't have kids, so don't know about all that. I raised my orange tabby. View the earth from space. I've seen space from Earth. Is it anything like that? Everyone should absolutely work the most demeaning retail job available at some point in their lives. It's an incredibly valuable experience. I am better off because of how awful my first couple jobs were, and you will never be the same person after over 2 years of explaining to a guy that looks like he's going to blow a gasket that you cannot return a rotisserie chicken after you just pulled the bones out. Friends. Open, supportive friends. Fucking someone who is way out of your league boosts your ego and self-confidence into the stratosphere and makes you realize you're capable of anything. And/or having your heart broken. The most human of all experiences and emotions. It makes you question whether love actually exists while simultaneously proving that it unequivocally does. Done both. Same person. Working in customer service. I don't care if it's a restaurant or retail, you need to be yelled at by arrogant, entitled customers at some point in your life, preferably in your more formative years. It keeps you from becoming entitled and arrogant yourself. Working in retail, food service, convenience stores. You ain't lived until you've been screamed at because of someone else's caffeine addiction they can't seem to make time for at home. Absolutely this. I did a report in college arguing that a requirement for high school graduation should be a part-time job in food service or retail. They could earn some money and experience a variety of the general public. I worked at McDonald's when I was 17 and it forever changed my behavior in restaurants. I'll never forget the woman that ordered fries with no salt, which meant frying up a fresh batch since they're immediately salted when pulled from the fryer. Then, she complained they were too hot to eat and thought she should get a refund. Being in love. Love, both given and received. Finding someone to connect with. Someone that understands them. Shrooms. Lol, everyone is saying stuff like the warmth of true love and having your dreams fulfilled and shit like that. Yet my first thought after reading the prompt was LSD for sure. Sex with someone you love. So masturbation? Working retail for minimum wage. Especially during Black Friday Christmas season. Also waiting tables for tips. Live in another country which does not speak your native language and travel extensively solo. I would absolutely hate this, but I love that for you. Experiencing a really good mushroom trip where you realize we and the universe are all one. Well, everyone with the exception of those with mental illness or family history of it. Working as a cleaning person. Never stop learning. Example, you got a driver's license. Doesn't mean you're a good driver. Basics. Can you drive without crossing any painted lines? Probably not. Exactly. Always room to learn. Like grammar. Example, the difference between your and your. I'd say probably breathing all around solid choice. But don't try to breathe solids, though. You'd choke.